Hello, this is John Thompson, Superintendent of the New Haven Unified School District, and I'm doing another episode of our 40 Questions series. And today I have the pleasure of being with our maintenance supervisor for the district, who is stationed at James Logan High School, and that would be Jacob Perez. So here we are. We're at the fittingly on the 50-yard line. See, there's the 50-yard line right there. It's a great place to be at James Logan High School. So thanks for being here, Jacob. How you doing?
Sunny day out in the 50. It's good. A little windy, but we can deal with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start with a couple questions that let people know a little bit about who you are and your background. So you've been working here for quite a while. How long have you been working in the NHUSD?
You know, when you say I've been working here quite a while, I have been working for our district for quite a while. I started as a kid, 15, 16 years old, doing custodian work during the summer cleaning. Turned into some sub-custodian while I was in my first year of college. Turned into some paraprofessional work in the early 90s. I've been coaching wrestling here, not currently, but from 88 to 2000, I coached wrestling here.
Wow.
And then started again in 2003 through 2000, right before the pandemic. My current position, Supervisor of Maintenance and Operations, I've been doing for 6 years.
Oh,
been around. I've been here.
Yeah. Well, you covered the second. Have you done anything else other than work for the school district?
Anything else? I come from operations. I'm accustomed to working for big companies, warehousing primarily, distribution as well, which is transportation. I've worked for small companies. My forte has kind of become operations. Where I come from is Union City, born and raised. We're going to get into that.
I think so. Well, I was going to, one of my questions is usually, what did you do before you started working here? And you covered a lot of that, but you were a student here, right?
So way back when, in the early 80s was my freshman year, graduated in 85. And I was a student here, and there were some wonderful years here. I was a student here at the high school before I was a ninth grader. I had cousins and family members that were involved with different programs here in the high school, athletics and arts and stuff like that. And I had been coming to the high school since I was a little guy, 8 years old. I'd been on these fields. I was on this field when it was grass and bled and cried and cheered on every one of these fields. By the time I got here my freshman year, I knew most of the coaches. They knew me. The CSTs, I knew them. A lot of teachers. I go pretty far back with James Logan.
Did you go to middle and elementary school here too?
Elementary school was at El Rancho Verde. It's currently Conley.
Yeah. And
then from there I went to Bernard White.
All right. Okay.
Had great teachers along the way, and bringing me to here. I think it was 81 was my freshman year.
All right. Well, did you always want to work for the district growing up, or is it just
as it turns out, I had family members. I had one of my aunts, Beatrice Bedoya, was Guy Emanuel's executive admin, or whatever that, administrative assistant. My mom worked for the district way back when, and I found myself that when I started thinking about this 40 questions with you, I've kind of always, I didn't realize I'd end up here, but it's not a coincidence that I ended up here.
No kidding. Well, in your current role, what's the best part about your job?
Here at the high school, and any other school, I suppose, people leave, people come in, coming and going, new faces, new personalities. I like to build rapport. I like to get to know people, put a face to the name, a personality to the email. So I get out and I try to meet as many of our staff as possible, just to get the know Jacob thing, and I know them. So if I get an email that's a little squirrely, so to speak, or they get one from me, they know that he's probably just having a bad day and I should probably go meet him or her. Well, that's the best part.
That kind of gets almost to, I could probably come up with a list of things that you could put as the worst part of your job. So what's your least favorite part of the job?
When you talk about the least favorite, sometimes it's exactly the favorite part is when you know everyone, man, your phones are ringing, and I've got 3 of them, my personal, my work, and my desk. And emails going, and everyone's ringing your bell. That's okay though. Probably right now during this our current conditions, staffing for the pandemic has been challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, it has.
Well, you have a long history here, and I know you were a pretty famous wrestler here in sports. So why don't we take a walk? I'll ask you some other questions. Why don't we walk? You can kind of show different parts of the facility. Like we'll walk by the gym and head on through that way. And I'll ask you some other questions while we're cruising along.
Let's walk.
So what's the best? Well, I think you hit the best part of your job. What's the best thing about working at Logan?
I like that. You know, for me, and I'm going to crack in real quick. And Mally probably was giving me a bad time about, are you going to do the walk while John's filming you? Mally,
right, here we go.
The hair blowing and all. So
the walk on a windy day.
Yeah. I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, the best part about being at Logan.
So, you know, what I really like about Logan, I got family who works here. You know, you hear the phrase Logan family a lot. It's thrown about a lot. To me, what that means, everyone I get out and meet, people that come or go, there's kids here, I'm friends with their grandparents, friends with their parents. My kids went here. You know, what I like about this place is Logan family means exactly that to me. Logan family is people who I know and support and want to see do well.
All right. Well, let's ask you some personal preference. This is my favorite part here, where we get into the some of the personal preferences. So we'll go through the rapid fire section here.
All right.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee guy.
Chinese food or Mexican food?
Depends on what day you ask. I just had some Mexican, so Chinese food.
Chinese food. All right. Favorite pizza topping?
I'm a combo guy, but if I got to pick one, sausage.
Favorite exercise?
I really like walking. I really like walking with people where you can talk while you walk.
Well, this is perfect then. No more wrestling for you, huh?
Yeah. Nah, I get a little old. The knees hurt.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks, Tim.
How about if you had to pick an animal to be your spirit animal, what would that be?
You know, it's funny because when my wife sees me eating some of the stuff I'm eating, sometimes she tells me, like, well, how can you eat that? Well, I tell her I'm a billy goat, you know, and I looked up my age, my birth year, and it's the ram. So
okay.
I suppose I'm a ram.
Your spirit animal, a ram.
We're in the 500s here.
500, yeah. So walking through here, it is, as you can see, lunchtime here, or ending of lunch, or passing period, I think, actually. And we're walking by the gym. You spent some time in that gym there, right?
I spent a lot of time coaching here. When I was in school, this wasn't even up yet. This went up in 87, I believe. 87, 88. My first year at coaching.
I'm going to pan back a little bit. It's kind of hard to get it all in the picture. That's all right.
Guy Emanuel Pavilion.
Yeah, the Guy Emanuel Pavilion. So you were in the old Elrod gym.
I was in the Elrod with the wooden walls.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Get a cloud of fog in the room and all that.
Well, let's get back to the rapid fire. Favorite place to eat in Union City?
If you haven't tried it, you got to hit Ocean. The place is pretty good. It's where the Applebee's used to be.
Okay.
Over off Dyer.
What are you watching or streaming right now?
Just finished Reacher on Prime Video. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I just started that one.
If you're into that stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Last book you read?
I like to read. I don't often read as much as I'd like to anymore. Sometimes I fall asleep most of the time, but I watched Game of Thrones on HBO, really enjoyed it. And my daughter, I was at her house visiting, and I seen her Game of Thrones series, so I started off with Game of Thrones.
Read that. All right. Coloring or crayons or finger painting?
Finger paint. I'll make a mess.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's see. So we are entering here, Logan's quad area. So this is the gym where you used to wrestle at, right over here.
The Elrod, yeah. That's
the Elrod gym,
right
Mr. Polk. Yep. All right. So let's. Why don't we wander over towards the? Oh, we can wander this way. And I don't know. Which way do you want to go? You go that way?
Walk around. We'll park it right in the middle. We can bring it to the front to finish up.
Okay. What bothers you more than anything else?
Rude people get me. That's my kryptonite. I really gotta take a deep breath when I'm dealing with rude people.
That's tough. Secret talent.
I'm not supposed to say this, but singing is my secret talent.
Not a secret anymore.
Not very good at it.
All right. Well, what band? What's your favorite band or type of music?
I love music generally. Most types, all types for the most part. Blues, rock and roll, country, everything. Foo Fighters. One of my favorite rock.
We'll go with that. We'll go with Foo Fighters. Superpower you'd want to have?
Man, if I could disappear and reappear in another part of the campus, that would be pretty cool to have.
It'd probably help a lot in your job. Favorite movie?
Got a few. I'm a movie guy. Every time The Godfather pops up, I got to watch some of it.
All right.
Those Marvel movies are tough to beat as well.
Yeah, those are good. Cats or dogs?
I'm a dog guy.
Favorite smell?
So right in the neighborhood I grew up in and currently live in, the Walmart Chocolate Factory is on Central Avenue. And about early evening, 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Hey, hey everybody.
That's Sonia, our CST.
Hi, Sonia.
And about 7 p.m., the process for cooking their chocolate starts up, and the chocolate aroma
chocolate
waves
smell.
throughout the neighborhood. I'm not a chocolate lover, but I am at that time.
All right. Let's see. Snow or sand?
Sand.
Country you'd want to visit?
Anywhere in the Mediterranean. I have, my neighbors are from Lebanon, and I've always wanted to see Portugal and Spain and anywhere in the
All
Mediterranean.
right. Favorite hobby?
I love coaching,
Cruising or camping?
camping.
Skydiving or scuba diving?
I got to get out. I'd love to jump out of a plane.
All right. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Celebrity you'd like to meet?
That's a good one. I suppose Tom Hanks. I'd like to sit down with that guy.
You'd be a local guy.
Yeah.
3 things you can't live without.
That's a tough one, but I got to say family, family, and family. I love my family. I love my friends.
Okay.
I got to have that.
Yeah, that'll keep you going for a while.
Especially
You're on.
with grandkids.
Well, here's one. You're on an island and you only have one food to eat for the rest of your life.
So
What would that be?
You know, that's funny because when I was a young guy, my grandfather owned a store locally, 7th and D in Dakota, and me and my sister would go in there and pick up a pack of seeds and open it up and dump it in our pockets almost every day during the summer. And I used to tell her if I had to pick any food to live on, it would be sunflower seeds.
Well, that's a first. I haven't heard that one yet, so that's good. All right. I don't know how long you'd make it, but you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm thinking about that.
Something you wish you knew when you were 19.
That one, I could make this light, but I can't. What I wish I knew at 19 was change, how to recognize it, how to accept it, how to move through it, how to be better from it. It took me years to learn that. I wish I knew that at 19.
Oh, that's good. That's, yeah, me too, actually.
Right.
If you could switch lives with someone for the day, who would it be?
That's a good one. I suppose my father. I'd really like to see what teenage Jacob was. Probably tough to deal with.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good one too.
I'm sure I was a handful.
All right. Well, one thing you'd like the staff or students or families to know about Logan?
I think I touched on it a little earlier. You know, like I said, every year kids are coming in, seniors are graduating. Our students come in, our new staff comes in every category. And I really like for everyone to know who walks into not just our campus here, but throughout our district, we do consider this family thing. It's not a term that at least I take lightly. I try to get to know a lot of people around here, and if they're doing the right things, and even if they're not, try to point them in the right direction if they're not. And if they're doing the right things, encourage it, support it. To me, that Logan family thing really goes a long way.
All right. Any last words you have for our students and families and staff here?
Whenever I meet that freshman class coming in through the Bridges program, I really like to share. This campus, it's over 60 acres. We're operating 7 days a week now. Thousands of students, hundreds of staff members. We got visiting groups and teams, and it's a lot. What I have right now is 14 custodians, 1 gardener, and 2 maintenance men. It's way more work than that team can handle, but yet we find a way. The water's often right under our chin, but we find a way to get it done. Always, and please keep in mind, this is our school. I'd really like for us to take the pride to keep it looking sharp, to keep the lights on every day, and things like that.
Yeah, that's great. Yep. And actually, things look great around here, and it is kind of the hub of our district and the community. So
That's right.
It is our school. So that's a great way to end. Thanks, Jacob Perez here, Maintenance and Operations Supervisor, James Logan High School, and that's a wrap.
Adios.